Hello, hello, my amazing creative friends. Oksancia here again, and today we're going to talk about the stages of a creative textile design business that, based on my own experience, I'm going to share how I went from basically knowing nothing about Adobe Illustrator and about repeat patterns or even creating artwork to running a successful online business for more than 10 years. And my name is Oksancia, and I'm so excited to be here today. I'm a textile designer with experience, and I'm working on different aspects in my textile design business that I'm going to talk about today. And at the end of this video, I have a very, very special request for you. So please click on the link below, which will take you to the poll, and with just three options, the questions that will let me know exactly where you are at your stage and what would you like to learn for me to create, which videos for me to create for you to help you move along on your creative journey. So, back to the stages of a textile design business. I've been receiving many emails and comments from people, and I've been reading them all. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking time to email me. And I've been trying to keep up with answering everybody as much as I can. And at the same time, I've been thinking that it's important to say that all the stages are very important. We cannot skip through stages. We can expedite the process, but skipping through stages and from one stage to another is not very helpful, to be honest, because you will still feel that you are not in the right place, and that feeling will drag you down and will stop you from moving on to building a successful business online. So once I started out, to be honest, I am a self-taught artist, so I didn't have any official education other than I took a year when I was 6 and we did some art in it was not really art school, but basically for very, very little children. It was an art class, which I really enjoyed, but they didn't really give us any basics. It was just for mostly for fun. But other than that, I started out with no education in arts, but I did have master degrees in languages and literature. So after I went through a few months of looking for work in my field where I graduated from, during that time I picked up drawing because I really, really enjoyed drawing for hobby as for myself. And my friend recommended microstocks. I've been talking about that in my other videos. And for that, I needed to learn vector graphics. So I just started with learning step by step. I first mastered illustration, was very, very important, because if you are interested in creating textile designs which are beautiful, it's super, super helpful if you can master some art skills, classic art skills, and draw not only on the computer but in your sketchbooks. That will really, really help you out. And my background in illustration, which I created for myself, really helped. So I can say that my first stage was that I was creating illustrations for sale on microstock websites, and it really, really helped me. But to be honest, they were not selling that well, and my art level at that time was pretty low because I was just a beginner. But what was super, super important for me, what I learned, is that I did not give up, and I continued working and working and working months after months on my dream. I have to tell you that during your life you go through type of seasons which influence what you can do. For example, if you are still at school or if you have little children, it's important for you to give your attention to that stage of your life and not to push yourself too much in other aspects, because getting an education and helping to raise your little children, especially when they're super, super little, it's very, very important for you not to be too stretched out. I will make a video about that too, because I have experience. I have a 3.5-year-old, and I stayed with her for a while at home. So that was another stage of my business. But going back, so vector illustrations, and I started selling on microstock super fast after that, maybe within a few months. So that was a big Kickstarter for my business, and it really, really helped me grow as an artist, as a designer, and as a user of Adobe Illustrator, which was my software of choice and still is. And yeah, that was the first stage. Then it lasted around 2 years until I figured out how to create repeat patterns. And at that time, my husband helped me. And to be honest, it was one of the most transformational times in my business, because I really felt like with some strategic planning and some steps, I could really, really get into the business and really produce products that people want. And this is another lesson that I learned, is that you need to create products. If you want to sell them and be successful commercially, you need to create products that people can use. And for textile designers, it's super important that the products that you create, the artwork, is usable for somebody. They can use it on their products, they can use it for their website, for their apps, for books, for clothing. This is our aspect of textile design is very special in regard that it will be used on different types of products, online, digital ones, or offline, physical ones, on super many types of different media. So it's all of it important to remember that your goal is to learn how to create products which are sellable. So you can sell them, but also that your customers, whether it's microstock customers or our freelance customers, can implement them on their own products. So this is another lesson that I learned. And that was a stage when I was gradually learning this lesson, and it took me around, I think, half a year once I started seeing very significant results, and my business grew many many times over. I will link a video talking about that here. But the point is that, to be honest, it was another awesome stage. It lasted around, I would say, a few years, at least three or 4 years, and everything was going, numbers were going up, everything was really, really well. But at the same time, we had to move. So it was another stage, which was moving and traveling and setting up a new studio in a totally different country. We moved from the Netherlands to United States to California, new life, everything was new. My husband got a new job, and I continued working on my business. That was at the same time pretty difficult, because I had to figure out all the United States laws about performing business and having business in United States, taxes. That was all, how to work with clients, how to create invoices. I had to figure all that out. I had some of it already set up in the Netherlands, but the bulk of it I learned in the United States. So most of my clients were actually already here. And before moving, I did still work as an illustrator a lot, and I illustrated 2 children's books, which were awesome. I really liked it, but still pattern design had my heart, and I really enjoyed creating repeat patterns. I really loved the Zen quality of it. So yeah, I moved slowly from illustration stage into the pattern design stage full time. And after that, for a few years, I concentrated on my clients, and that was another stage. So I was growing my client base and working a lot with my clients. At the same time, I was still doing microstock. My business grew, but after a few years, I think after 2 years, I had a baby. So it was my first baby, and it's been already 3.5 years, almost 4 years since that happened. So another stage was figuring out how can I maintain my business and still take care of my baby full time. We didn't have any nannies, we didn't have any grandparents around to help us, which they are in Ukraine. So we are so lucky to have them, but they are far away. So again, it was basically a challenge. And I know that many of you are now at this stage that you feel like, oh my goodness, I have little children, or I'm at school, I have all these other obligations, and I want to build my business. But coming from somebody who went through it, multiple times I moved and I reset my business, I did all of that, and I restarted new branches to my businesses. It's tough. It's not easy, but at the same time, if you push yourself too hard and you break your health, which happened to me a few times, it will make it much more harder for you to restart again, and enjoyment of your work will go down. So if you have these important obligations to take care of, please regard it as a stage in your business that probably maybe your business will not grow as fast, but if you still carve out maybe at least half an hour, or at, anything you can, at least 10 minutes a day to practice, and for example sketching elements in your notebook, or doing something on vector just for a few minutes a day, even if it's not going to sell for sale right now, it will still really move you along, because all this art habit that you're creating will create eventually, in a few months or a year, then when their situation changes, you will be able to be that much better at drawing or at vector graphics or whatever you feel like you're setting up at the moment, and you'll be able to take off your business much faster. But this is a slow process, and these stages are, you don't have to really take as long as I did to switch, because now there are people who can share their experience, and as I'm sharing my experience now, I didn't have that. We didn't really have resources back 10 years ago about Adobe Illustrator that much. We didn't have almost nothing about microstock, to be honest, in any language. So yeah, a lot of people had to figure that out on their own. But now during these 10 years, now we have YouTube and blogs and websites and courses that help us. So I took a few to myself, and that really, really helped me out. So that was really kind of important stage to take care of my baby and still maintain my business. And it was only maybe 1 hour a day, sometimes 2 hours a day, maybe 1 hour on the weekend, because my family is my priority, and my business, I would call it more of a lifestyle business. So I have my business to enjoy time with my family, not I have everything has to be aligned because of my business. And I'm so blessed now that my daughter, after almost 3 years, she went to preschool and she really likes it. So I've been able to work full time on my business for the last year and around a year, something like that, around the years. I think she started 2.5, and I feel very blessed, and I feel very lucky to be able to have this time. And I consider this is my another stage that I'm developing, because I started this YouTube channel, which I really enjoy creating videos for. I am still having a microstock income, and I also maintain my client work. So looking back these 10 years, all these stages, they were slowly rolling from one into another, from one into another, and really helped me learn gradually. Even though, of course, looking back now, I know that I created systems and processes that took me months to figure out, or sometimes a year to figure out, and I didn't really have to, I don't have to think about them anymore. I just tweak them or make improvements, and I have most of it set up. But of course, for somebody who is just starting out now, it's in a way easier, because you have resources now, or access to videos and blog posts and all different information. But at the same time, it's hard, because you might feel so overwhelmed by all the information out there that you really would feel almost paralyzed where to start. And this is what I've been receiving from people, emails and comments, that they were saying that I'm not sure where to start, I need something step by step. And I've been trying to do that in the videos, but still sometimes you need some special additional resources to provide all the information available. So I've been thinking that as because it's a beginning of August 2017 now, I am planning every beginning of the month. I'm planning my content for next month or two, so that I have an idea about the structure, what I'm going to create. And this has been really helpful. But this time I said, because I have all these new amazing creative friends on my YouTube channel, on my Facebook group, and in my email list, I would love to ask you guys, please, could you please answer one question, which is, I created a poll for it. Let me switch over to my computer screen sharing. Oopsie daisy, what was that? Excuse me. I'll fix it. Application window. Okay, so, oh my goodness. Oh, somebody says Totoro the Traveler. Hi, Oksana. Hi, Totoro. Nice to see you. Yeah, if you have any questions, please, guys, leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. All right, so let me see what I can, where is my, okay. So this is what I meant. So I created a poll, which is called Oksancia's poll, a very, very kind of creative name. But I am asking in this poll that please let me know which of the following four options, well, three plus one optional one, are you are more interested in to learn at right now. Which stage are you in? What would be really helpful for your business at this stage? I know that you are interested probably in all of them, but I would really love to know which one in particular would be super helpful for you. And if you are a very, very beginner, very much beginner, I'm not sure about Illustrator yet, I'm not sure how to create repeat patterns or even how to create artwork for that, I have options for you. For example, the first option that I have listed here is I can create a step-by-step system how you can create your first 3-pattern collection in Adobe Illustrator, and how to make it happen and see it in your own and hold it in your own hands on fabric, and how to start selling online. So of course 3 patterns will not be enough to start selling, but you can start and figure out how to set up your shops in a few places that I recommend to begin with online. So that's my first option. The second option was how you can use top scripts, templates, and actions in Adobe Illustrator for effective vector pattern design. That has been my passion. I really enjoyed all of these options, but to be honest, when I was the beginner, all of these options were overwhelming. I didn't know how to use the basics of Adobe Illustrator. So depending at where you are right now, please select if this is something you would be helpful to grow your business. If you, for example, already know how to create repeat patterns. And the third option is set up and run a freelance textile design business, working on client projects online. So that was another aspect of my business, which was setting up a freelance practice, a textile design studio. And I've collected a system around that, and I've created a system around that that's been helpful for me. So that's another option for you guys if you feel like you already know how to sell your patterns online, and you would like to know how to create, how to get into a custom design textile design practice. So that's another option. And there's also other option, and please over here you can, in this section, you can give me an answer. So what would you like exactly to learn if you choose other option? So yeah, this is it, guys. And please, your answers will really, really help me out to understand what to create for you in the future. And in these coming weeks, I am figuring out what content to create and how to help people out better and more effectively. Because sometimes, having had a business for 10 years, I might forget that somebody might struggle with some particular process or step. And it's always helpful to hear what people need. So I also have my free ebook, which is available to my newsletter subscribers, and you can request this ebook by clicking on the link down under the video in the description box, and it will take you to my sign up for my email. And on my email, I provide extra information and extra resources and bonus resources, and especially this ebook that I put together with my 15 best ideas how to multiply and grow your pattern collection faster. So for example, if you started with just a few patterns, you can apply some of these principles and ideas and methods in growing your repeat pattern collection much faster. All right, let me see how I can. All right, there is Totoro over here. I'm not a designer, but I love watching your videos. You're so creative and inspiring. Your printed designs are very beautiful. Keep up the great work. Oh, thank you so much, Totoro. I really appreciate it. It's really nice of you to yeah, really nice of you to be here and leave a comment. I really, really appreciate it. Let me see. Let me see. Where did my window go? Oh my goodness. Um, my computer has been acting a little bit strange over here. All right, so if I will hang out a little just for a few more minutes online to see if anyone wants to chat. All right, let's see. Let me switch to the camera. Cancel. All right, so I'm hoping that you guys can see me over here, and I will look at the comments if anyone is here today to hang out a little bit. And I really, really appreciate all of your feedback and your emails and comments. They are very, very helping and inspiring me to keep on going with the videos. And yeah, I've been learning a lot from you guys, from all your hearing your stories and your journey. It's been super inspiring. And there are a few people who actually started the textile design process already based on watching my videos, which I really, really enjoy. And I've been seeing their patterns and progress in a Facebook group that I set up to also for this. It's a free Facebook group for anyone who wants to hang out and learn textile design and meet fellow designers and fellow beginner designers and more experienced designers. And that's been fun. That's been fun to have you guys over there and chat with you. And I really, really feel like what been helping me is to create a little bit more of an interactive community experience around textile design and running a create business, which are two of passions of mine, because they've been helping me so much in my life, and not only me but also my family. And every day I get to design amazing things. It's just amazing for me to enjoy and also to help my clients, and now help you guys to move along with your business a little bit faster, so that it doesn't take you as many years as it took me. So yeah, thank you once again, and thank you, Totoro, for watching and for being here live on with me. And yeah, please let me know if you have any comments in the comment section below. And I really, really would appreciate your feedback on my poll, on the questions of my poll. Yeah, this is it. All right, guys, I'm going back to work. I have a special script to install and try out, because I have a video planned for you guys later this week or next week, and it's a tutorial, so I'm excited about that. And I'm also I also need to finish up this video and create a thumbnail for it. So there is still a lot work to do before I have to go and pick up my daughter. So thank you once again for watching. I really, really enjoy spending my time with you. All right, grow, love, and create. Bye.